Can I talk about the if you're with, because I look at now we're what it takes to make it in this world, in the indie world.
We'll let you know when we make it.
Yeah, but basically I think that if I wasn't in this with Matt, it would be a lot harder, because it's something that you really have to, you give everything for the dream that you're about to develop, and we're working 18-hour days, and it's a good thing that we're side by side doing it, and it's a good thing that we're both in it and we both love it, because I try and picture if I was doing something else that was more of a 9 to 5, which it was at one point, which is why I came into this. It's hard because it's something that very few people get, that passion and it's a 24/7 job when you're managing artists, it's getting a phone call in the middle of the night, lost my passport, we have a border crossing, what do I do, can you fax the papers over to the border? And it's stuff that, it's not rocket science, it's life, it's everyday life with an artist that has a life on the road, and it's something for someone who's not in it themselves really hard to understand. Like, you go to a birthday dinner for your grandmother, your cell phone needs to be on. It'll be on vibrate in your purse, but if you've got a band on the road, if you got a band in the studio, like, you need to be there. And it's really hard for people that aren't in it to get that. It's like, you should be able to turn it off. It's a job. Actually, no, it's more of a lifestyle. It's a choice we made, and it's something that you go into it, I think, saying this is our life, kind of the way Branson said life has to be fun. You wake up every day and you make it happen. I think that
some people say don't mix business with pleasure, but maybe it's a policy.
Yeah, with
but
us,
is that our approach, or is it that critical to success? I think it is. I think it is critical to success on one level in this, especially in the independent music business. You okay? I'm gonna, because we don't have a lot of time, and what is critical in no particular order, in my view, in terms of succeeding in the music business or in the independent music scene in particular, with the caveat that we've had some success before, but we're trying this now, and who knows if I'm actually right. I think, one, you can't be risk averse, and you can say that from the standpoint of somebody who has a little bit of money who's sinking it all into something that's a very uncertain investment, but you can also look at it from the point of view of, you can make a lot of money, and God knows I hope to make a lot of money, but you can't be going into it because you want to make money. Mm-hmm. Because it'll lead you to make, the fact of the matter is, it's oxymoronic, but it's the music business, and those are very two counterintuitive notions. Doing what's best to further the cause of art, which to ultimately is necessary to make it successful and monetize it properly, is often very counterintuitive, and what is the best business decision with respect to making that art successful and profitable is often counterintuitive to what is, just strictly speaking, the best business decision to make, all things being equal in another circumstance. So don't be risk averse. Definitely understand all the aspects of the business. Otherwise you'll get screwed. Mm-hmm. Partially because the music industry is a dirty business on a lot of levels. And partially because there are people who are really great human beings in the music industry who maybe don't even know themselves how all the deals work. But the standard industry contracts in different, incarnations are easy to change in your favor, but they're structured by default in a commonly accepted way in not the most favorable manner. So if you don't understand where the dollar starts and where it goes and how it gets broken down and siphoned around, it's really hard to protect your downside. So don't be risk averse because it's a risky business, but definitely mitigate your risk by understanding not just, from a business side, where the money's coming from and how the deals work and how the money gets made and who's taking a piece along the way. And that's from the business side of things. And be willing, like Fuzz said, it's a way of life a lot of the time. How do you find artists? Through the network of people. There's a scene of people who sort of exist in this world, and I'm sure there are different scenes around the world, and especially with the internet, they're connected. But you have to, you can't sit on the sidelines. You have to watch. You can't just watch. You have to be a part of what's going on in order for the opportunities to flow to you. And then from an artistic standpoint, even though I say at the outset that's I'm maybe selling myself too short even, but I'm not the music guy or the artistic guy in it. Be honest. Be honest about what your strengths are and what you can bring to the table for an artist, what they can look to you for and what they can't.